Hello and welcome to Media Academy Online. Today we're trying something different. We're actually going to sit down, we're going to play something, and today we're going to be playing the new Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2, which is a remaster of the original 2 back in the 90s.
99 or something?
Yeah, I think that's when they first started coming out, early 2000s. So we're actually going to give it a play. I've already had a good play of it, but Brandon hasn't. This game is sort of something really special, especially for us in Australia, where skating and that whole culture, it was and is a very big part of Australian culture.
Absolutely.
The urban environment. So,
Yeah. Let's get into it.
Right.
All right, so we're just playing the first level here. Nothing fancy. Bringing back some old memories.
All of a sudden, you can see the new technology really makes it, fit the modern aesthetic.
I do remember it being very grainy.
Yeah, it was. It was very simplistic too. This level in particular felt very dark.
Yeah, it was. It was very dark.
And now it feels like daytime. It feels like it, even though technically you could see the light coming through the windows as best they could with the technology they had. But now it really feels like you're inside a warehouse during day with that light beaming in.
Yeah. The thing with Tony Hawk was, like, once you played them for a long time, as you can see, I don't think those skills have really gone.
No, it takes you a minute and then you're back into it. You know exactly what you're doing.
I haven't played any Tony Hawk game for, let's just say, more than 10 years. I'd be even saying 13 years, because I did play one of the Tony Hawk 4 or 5 or one of the later ones, and they had changed so much of it. Yeah. I just didn't really like it.
I felt they got really campy and silly at that stage.
They did.
That's your deal, man. Skating is whatever you make it. It didn't change. You're the one that changed.
This felt raw, it felt real, it felt like the streets.
Yeah.
And those new ones were just silly.
Like Hollywood and stuff.
Yeah, they were just making fun of themselves, and it all just became...
Yeah, so
I think it lost that culture.
It did. It lost the vibe. And I think I ended up just jumping on the other skate games that were out. Skate.
Yeah.
And I kind of enjoyed that because Jason Lee was in one, you know the actor Jason Lee? Yeah. So anyway, it's good to come back to Tony Hawk and relive some of those memories again.
One of the reasons why this game has stuck around, though, especially these early ones, is that, put aside the graphics for a second, the mechanics of the game was timeless, and I think that's the reason why we can still play it today. It feels natural, it feels modern, it feels like it should.
Yeah.
The only thing really the technology has changed is just the graphics of it.
Yeah. When a good game with good mechanics comes out, let's say, for example, Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter, Mario, those sort of landmark games that have the simplistic kind of gameplay, and they just last forever because people can play them in the arcades. They can do, with their friends even. Everyone comes over, plays Mario Kart and has a few drinks and has a good time, and in the arcades, in the pro world as well, like when you go to game comps and stuff like that, people are just bloody crazy over this stuff.
Yeah, all these remakes, they're making so much money. We had Spyro, Crash. They're remaking all of these classic ones. I'm loving it. I'm the first to jump on board. I've played a big chunk of Spyro, the new Spyro that came out, which again, all they changing is the graphics, and it's that idea of don't break what isn't broken.
Yes.
With all these new ones, they try all these silly things, and it happened with Spyro. It happened with Tony Hawk, where they tried to change up too much of what made that game, that great.
Yeah, and I think the problem in game design is that they're kind of pushed to try new things, to sort of do something different and new.
Yeah, to try and sell more games. Oh, look, we've done something different.
And to push out one every year or every 2 years. I mean, the first 3 Tony Hawk games were just solid.
Yeah. I'm a bit upset they didn't include the
third one.
The third one. I felt it was a trilogy, just like Spyro was, three
totally
strong ones. And when they remade those, when they revamped them, they did the 3, and this one's only got the 2.
It feels so fluid. I just love it. Like, who doesn't love just getting that speed and going to the next trick, and then it's good stuff. And the music, of course, which I don't know.
Yeah, you might not be able to hear in this, but
yeah.
And they stayed true. They kept a lot of those tracks. I think there was only a few they couldn't get the rights to.
Okay.
They added a few new ones in,
Yeah.
I guess, just to change it up. But
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
good to hear those original ones there that you'd be playing along and singing along to.
Yeah. I wonder how long I spent on this game in total.
Yeah.
This particular one, to be honest. This is really fun. You know, the good thing about it is jump in, jump out. So like you're not overly committed to this sort of game, whereas like.
And I think that's part of the nature is that it is just a 2-minute quick play.
Yeah.
And then you can keep playing as many times as you want. And you know, I think that means that if you want to just have a quick 5 minutes here, just get a couple of of the challenges done.
Yeah.
It's better. Otherwise, like if you sit down and play something else.
Well, it's like I've been playing Doom.
Yeah.
And it takes me an hour.
Yeah, that's right.
For a level.
There, you're slogging through it. Like I've been playing the original Destiny lately.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing. It's like you have to be committed.
Yeah, you have to spend a bit of time to get anywhere.
And it feels like you've been playing for like 8 hours, and you're like, oh man, I haven't moved.
Like in high school, primary school, like I seriously wanted to be a skateboarder.
That was the thing. I think the very first time I used an editing program was I borrowed my brother's camera, and my other brother, who was doing a little bit of skating, he wasn't great, but he was just having some fun. I'd film him, I filmed him, then I jumped on the editing software. So the first thing I really sort of edited in editing software on the computer was him skating around,
right.
which was real fun. So I got memories of doing that video. I don't know if it still exists, maybe it's somewhere in my hard drives. But
it feels like I'm just reliving the past a bit.
Yeah. For me, it didn't feel any different, and I liked that.
Yeah.
Like, clearly you know that the graphics have increased, but your memories of it from back then, that doesn't really stand out. So it feels like you're playing the same game.
It does feel like that.
And even though when you go back and play the originals, and maybe we'll do a side by side at some stage, just to really compare.
I bet you that'll be so hard to play.
Yeah. Even though the graphics have increased, it just feels like the same game, and I think that's the important element of it.
Yeah, they've definitely carried through the good stuff.
Yeah, and they didn't touch what wasn't broken. They just said, right, this is what we're going to do. We're just going to give it a new paint job, new polish it up. Use new technology and face scan all the the real people and put those in. To me, it's the same game that it is and should be.
Yeah. So it's all good. It's all good stuff. If I was young, I'd be on this for days,
So thanks for watching. I hope you liked our discussion. It was fun to really go back and have a look at this game. We'll probably look at some other games in the future anyway. So if you haven't, like and subscribe, get involved. If you like this kind of content, let us know. Leave us a comment, and we'll be sure to make more of it.
Yeah, and it'll give me an excuse to play more games. So
So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
See you next time.
Thanks for watching Mini Academy Online. If you'd like to explore more of our content, click on this or click on that. Like and subscribe, thumbs up, ring bells, do a dance, sing a song, drink a hot cup of tea or coffee, and I'll see you in the next one.